everybody. I want to welcome here. It is Wednesday, January 23:34 in the morning. Kind of covered the absence of Skylander videos in the Ghost Roaster Fear Eater upgrade pad. Long story short, air conditioner that went out in the summer, flooded things, ceiling was fixed here in the winter, and everything had to be moved. Everything's being moved back, but also cleaned at the same time. So quite complicated / hectic here as of late. Nonetheless, good times await. So where we had left off prior to being interrupted by what had to be done, we were working on Ghost Roaster and Voodood, primarily because I felt after completing chapter 20, 21, this looked like a great time to do these two characters. Ghost Roaster in particularly. Voodood, probably, in my opinion, one of the most underrated Skylanders. He was kind of the castaway, if you will, sort of on the lines of Boomer and everything. Ghost Roaster, you know, it was people didn't want to buy him. The parents in particular didn't want to buy him for their kids because he looked evil. I dealt with that. I had the most viewed videos at the time. I did my best to help everyone get Ghost Roaster. Boomer, I think it was just people didn't think he looked cool. I mean, you got all these purple dragons and fire-breathing phoenixes and flaming knights and all sorts of crazy cool concepts like Prism Break and Terrafin and Slam Bam. And then you just have this guy, and it's like, well, what are these like wearing? What, you know? And I think he had a little bit of the Boomer plus Ghost Roaster vibe going for him, and that's sort of a shame because he is an absolute machine. If you look back on many of the battles my nephew and I did, anytime I don't know if I've been beaten with Voodood. If I have, I probably did something really stupid. But he is a maven in terms of PvP. It's again a shame we don't have PvP here in SuperChargers or a standalone PvP game, as I've requested since they took it away from us. But Voodood is a beast. That is what you need to know. If you missed out on characters like him, Boomer, and Ghost Roaster, Dino Ring as well, pick up the elites when they're on sale. Don't pay full price for them. That's crazy. But get them when they're 40% off or whatever. I also heard someone tell me they were in their Best Buy, I think back east, where apparently Best Buys are like every 5 minutes away from each other. But they said the elites were at Best Buy. So, you know, if you hate Toys R Us or you don't have one near you, apparently they're expanding. So, again, yeah, a lot of people don't have a Toys R Us within like several hours from home. I don't think people on the East Coast, like the megalopolis areas, like get that. You know, you would be a bit shell-shocked if you travel west of the Mississippi. There's vast openness that you're not accustomed to, and there's not like the same store replicated every like 5 blocks. You know, so you know, there's one Taco Bell in town, you can't go to the other one, you know, type of a thing. So anyway, Elementalist further developed Voodood's magic abilities, and Marauder further developed Voodood's skills with the axe. Looking back on SSA, just trying to think what I generally did, and this is before like anything came along and people sent me stuff or anything like that. What I did, because I don't have the money to buy 2 of them, you know, was my thoughts. And I never wanted to reset because it's like I worked hard to get him to the level 10 and have the money to upgrade, you know. So what I would do a lot of times is something would appeal to me, but then I'd stop and ask myself, am I better off upgrading what's already sufficient, or should I focus on upgrading and addressing a potential weakness? And with Voodood, I felt like the Tripwires were just freaking ridiculous, and so I believe I went with Marauder to upgrade the axe. Plus, I kind of think I remember that last one being kind of a big deal. But what I'm gonna do this time is I'm just going Elementalist, and we're going to further develop his magic abilities. It's fitting, he's a magic Skylander. So we will select this, and let's get going here. Roadblock Tripwire for 1360. I believe you need like 8720 or something like that. Path and Soul Gem with a 20% discount. But magic Tripwires are longer and do increased damage. Let me click off here to my spreadsheet. Go ahead and select this. Alright, so they were doing like 25-38 when somebody passes through, and then when they collapse, 113 to 170. So, here we go. Let's see what we got. Whoops. that's the Nintendo tertiary. I think it'll shut on the dummy. $207, so that's definitely increased. Let's see if we can spawn it in line and I'll count as well. Oh, 207 again. 207, can we get a non-critical? So 25 to 38, and then 138 to 207. 25 to 38, and 38 to 207. I think that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Alright, so let's count now how long we've got. Again, 15 seconds is where we were at with Magic Tripwire. I'd say it's still about 15 seconds, so 25, 38, 138, 207 on collapse. 15 seconds. But again, and the distance here is what has changed, so if where's a good reference point? I guess in line with the pirate swords, just kind of out here a little ways. Yeah, this will work. So we're gonna pay attention to the black hole there. We're going basically black hole to almost the healing elixir, so we'll use that as our reference. Up next, as we continue down Elementalist, we have Electric Feedback 1760 with our discount. Magical energy radiates from you when hit, damaging nearby enemies. I'm kind of a fan. I don't think we've seen these. Oh man, I'm an idiot. Down at the bottom I see change upgrade path, and I was thinking Skylander Tutor was level 74, but I thought when I left off I hadn't recorded us getting it yet. But we should have done that with Ghost Roaster, shouldn't we? Yep. Oh well, I assume we would have needed the money anyway, so... anyway, Electric Feedback. The magical energy radiates when we're hit, damaging nearby enemies. SSA, you had a lot of this type of stuff, you know, like you hit Stump Smash, and you know, you got like little thorns that shoot out, that kind of a thing. But let's come up here and play with our Greeble friends. Voodood's a little dude. I mean, look at him compared to like Mags, and over here, like we go side by side with Callie. You get a feel for it. I mean, is he even shorter than Hugo? I would say so. But by gosh, don't let that fool you, because he is a beast. I can't stress that enough. Like, Boomer is like a really good, really fun character. Voodood is an absolute
Skylander. You ready to do some serious training?
So go ahead and hit me. 95, good lord. This is amazing. Oh yeah, get wrecked, Greeble. I want to see that again. Mainly because I didn't see it. This is sick. Finish yourself with a crit. Come on now. Got it there. So it should be, you know, half a 95 is of course going to be at 47.5. It should be 48. Not looking like that. I think I'll do that off camera.
The battle circle is
back in and editing. That works well for me. It's a shame the numbers aren't like a little easier to. I know most people though don't really like care. I'm like that negative 1% that's like, you know, how much damage was that? Most people is like, wow, I killed that guy. And me, I'm sitting over here like, let's do some math. So anyway, that was pretty cool stuff here. And what we're gonna do now is come in.
Any place that you go, I can reach and bring you the magical
And we're gonna check out
upgrades.
Electro X. When you strike with your axe, anything nearby gets hurt too. 24 is the price.
big ring.
All right. So let's check this out. Still doing the 110. That's from weighted axe, 110 to 165, and then the slam was 213 to 220. So we can't really showcase it here. still 213. Let's come up here and get a couple of greebles in. And obviously I don't think we'll do the same, 110 to them, but I'm assuming it'll be like some proportional.
Hey there, soldier. You do your training today.
Alright, let's get these two guys close together. Fantastic. Okay, I couldn't see the number. Oh, they both. Oh, this is hilarious. Okay, we gotta get another group. Oh, dang it. Alright. Voodood is someone as an elite, man. It's just gonna be. You don't even probably have to try. I guess maybe Nightmare. Okay, the numbers are coming up. Is it like a 65 or something? I can't tell. He's just wrecking everything. Let's see what the result is. So I want to focus on the guy we have not hit. Is it a 55? Oh, okay. It's very hard not to kill him with Voodood. I feel like it's 55, so that would be half of the 110. That kind of makes sense, right? So we'll roll
Stick to the training.
And again, I'll check it off camera just to save us time, because again, the numbers are very difficult.
Hello, extremely once again.
I know when you watch a video,
so
you
happy
pause
to
it, you're like,
dance
oh,
with
what are you talking about?
even in this time of great
real
turmoil
time,
and
it's
danger.
not that easy. So that said, we've got the soul gem for 3,200 remaining. Voodood's magic tripwires now deflect enemy shots. That's right, you're going out there and you've got some projectile tossing enemies. Doesn't matter anymore. You've got, I mean, it's ridiculous. The tripwires are absolutely insane. The fact that if he ever does get hit, and now he's gonna standard non-elite, I don't know that would be that big of a deal, but in the elite form, whenever we get hit, and we're gonna do,
Just pull that lever to get started with your training.
A little over the top, I would say. Let's see. Oh. I want to see if it'll deflect. So let's try it this way. We got 15 seconds or so. Well, it did. Okay. I think we're gonna need someone with projectiles, but you get the idea. I mean, this guy is really on top. I can't stress that. You can do so many things with Voodood. The more you play as him, the more you'll kind of like learn how to best tailor the combination of his 3 attacks to suit you. But he is an absolute beast. And again, if you take him back, he won't be elite, obviously, in Swap Force Giants SSA, but you can experience his PvP prowess there. And if your buddies are coming in and it's like, oh, Trigger Happy or Robots, everybody, Drobot was pretty good, particularly SSA, but Voodood, man, I tell you what. It's something else. And now that's another thing. Projectiles from Drobot. Boom. So, once again, man, Voodood is he's seriously underappreciated in my opinion. So, but that said, this was Elementalist. What I want to do now, bittersweet here. These are kind of like my test pigs, I guess. No, I won't do it yet. I might do it with the Zook, but I want to test out Skylander Tutor and just see if it will like instantly give you the path if you've already paid for it, or if you just switch from really what I need to know with Skylander Tutor, which I've never used yet. So we've got this Elementalist, right, and we paid for it. So if we do Skylander Tutor, do we automatically have Marauder? I would assume not. I assume we have to buy it. But then my real question becomes, we have Elementalist, we have Marauder that we switch to, then I switch back. I would think, based on my experiences with the game, we would have to buy Elementalist again, and it's just a vicious cycle. But it would be awesome if, you buy this path, you switch, you buy this one, then you can just switch. I'm totally fine having to buy both paths once. But if with Skylander Tutor we could switch, and if you've already bought it, you get it type of a thing, That would be really cool. So again, I'll be checking that out pretty soon, and we'll kind of see how it goes down. But this is Voodood. He looks like a beast. It's because he is very, very underrated, underappreciated character. It's nice to see him back again. Personally, I would have loved a Series 2. But I can't argue. I definitely believe that he deserves this elite status. He is a castaway. He's a machine. Not only, it's not just PvP if you go back to the first 3 games, but come in and just play as him in story mode, and you will wreck people. And if you start having trouble and you have to retreat, throw down the tripwire lines and then kind of adjust from there. Figure out how you can best tailor him to your playstyle. Me personally, I throw down the tripwire lines, assault with my axe, the tripwires do the rest. Now on this Elementalist path, electric feedback, if I do ever get hit by someone breaching the lines that doesn't die at the hand of my axe, they're pretty well screwed when they make contact with me. I tell you what, if SuperChargers had PvP in some degree or fashion, which you'd probably need another elite to even come close to, but Voodood would once again, he would be a maven. So I'm very happy to see him back. Can't wait to play with him again. I'll be checking out Skylander Tutor, some of that stuff, kind of getting the ins and outs there. So if you missed it last time when we did Fury Eater with Ghost Roaster, I reset him. Not because we didn't have the ability to switch the path, but because I wanted to know if we lost level 20. You do not. So if you choose, maybe you're like at level 15 and you're like, oh, it's going to take me forever to get to 75, or you're 74 when I get Skylander Tutor, reset your character. All you'll lose is the money and obviously the upgrades. So essentially, if we were to reset Voodood right now, we would lose the Soul Gem, the path, the base upgrades we have as box stock attacks. We lose whatever money we've spent, whatever money we had, but he still will clock in level 20 maxed out health. So keep that in mind. But that said, we've kind of got back in the swing of things here with 2 of my favorites, Voodood and Ghost Roaster. Hopefully you've enjoyed this installment of Skylanders Research. I have a feeling we'll be back from a rotter. I have a hard time passing things up with these classic characters that I enjoy so much. So stay tuned for that, and I will catch you back here for more Skylanders SuperChargers Research.